Jacob was just a regular guy, a bit out of shape, and looking for a way to get back into fitness. One evening, he stumbled upon a new viral fitness app called Fit Devour. The app's promises were alluring. Get fit faster than ever, compete with friends, and share your success on social media. It gamified workouts, offering points for every push-up, squat, and mile logged. He was intrigued. But beneath the surface of those bright colors and sleek interface lay something sinister. The initial workouts were exhilarating, and the rush of endorphins almost euphoric. Yet as days turned to weeks, the pressure to keep up began to mount. The notifications would buzz incessantly, urging him to log in, complete a workout, earn more points. On a particularly exhausting evening, Jacob decided to skip a workout. Just this once, he thought, I need a break. The next morning, he woke up to a sharp pain on his forearm. Rubbing it absent-mindedly, he discovered a small red cut, as if it had appeared overnight. Dismissing it as a minor injury, he continued his day. But as the week progressed, the cuts multiplied. A random scrape on his knee, a jagged mark across his ankle. Each time he saw them, he felt something deep within him, a whisper of dread. He dove deeper into the app, desperate to understand why he was being punished. The leaderboard was an endless scroll of users, all ranked by a single metric: physical sacrifices. At the top, a figure named Ironclaw held the #1 spot, with an insurmountable lead. Intrigued, Jacob clicked on the profile. It revealed images of grotesque injuries, missing fingers, raw patches of skin, everything documented in high definition. He felt nauseated but couldn't turn away. As he stared, a new notification pinged. He had earned a new badge, commitment. He had sacrificed his time, but now it seemed he needed to sacrifice more than just that. Panic seized him. The app wasn't just about exercise, it demanded payment in flesh. The next day he attempted to log in, but found himself locked out due to inactivity. Each attempt to regain access was met with a chilling message. Your body is your currency. Exercise to unlock. In a frenzy, Jacob tried to re-engage, but the app had begun to enforce its will in ways he could never have anticipated. His fingernails began loosening, a dull ache in his mouth reminding him of his plight. The mirror showed a man trapped in a cage of his own making, a shell of who he once was. Desperation led him to scour online forums, searching for stories of others who had encountered the same horrors. Many shared his fate. Some were missing limbs. Others had turned to self-mutilation to appease the insatiable app. It was a community bound by suffering, an underground network of the damned. Jacob realized he was not alone, but was that any comfort? He decided to confront Ironclaw, searching desperately through the app to find a way to meet this top user. The encounter was bizarre, taking place in a dimly lit virtual room adorned with images of horrific self-harm. Ironclaw was a silhouette, just a faint outline in the shadows, their voice distorted, echoing with mechanical authority. You think you can have your body without sacrifice? Ironclaw taunted. I've given everything to earn my place here. The app demands it. The leaderboard is just a reflection of how far you are willing to go. Inspiration morphed into horror as Jacob realized the depths of the sacrifices made by others. He felt the weight of his own mortality pressing against him. He began to understand. The more he refused to comply, the more he was losing control over his own body. The app was not just a tool. It was a parasite, feeding off their desperation. With every notification, he felt a jolt of panic. He needed to escape, but his fingers were already bleeding from repeated attempts to navigate the app. Each tap was a reminder of what was at stake. He felt the ground beneath him shift, the walls of his reality closing in. In a last-ditch effort, he deleted the app, but it was too late. The damage was done. The moment he confirmed the deletion, he felt a sharp pain in his mouth. He spat out blood and a loose tooth. The realization settled like a heavy weight in his stomach. The app had marked him, claimed him. His body was no longer his. The bloodied tooth was just the beginning. He wandered through the darkened streets of his neighborhood, the night air thick with unease. Strangers walked past, and he glanced at their hands, their perfectly intact fingernails, and felt an overwhelming wave of envy. In the distance, he could hear the faint sound of notifications pinging from their phones. The app was still out there, still hungry. Jacob understood that he was forever entangled in its web, a victim caught in a cycle of horror. His life, a twisted game where his body was the ultimate sacrifice, and the leaderboard? It kept updating. Each sacrifice recorded, each wound etched into the fabric of the app's existence. The last thing he saw before the world faded into darkness was the app icon glowing ominously on his phone, pulsing like a heartbeat, echoing with the promise of more pain to come.